been on vacation for the last week, and in that time, I have missed out on a ridiculous amount of content that is coming in the anniversary update next week, so we're going to be breaking down everything that we found out to see if this could potentially be one of the best anniversary updates we've ever had. Hope you guys enjoy. Drop a like if you do, and we're going to hop into it. Most of you probably already seen, but we got the new Cry PR map. There's lots of gameplay out there if you want to check it out. Confirmation that the newest free legendary in COD Mobile is going to be for the LK24. This is for the LST crate, similar to what we got with the DRH Kurahana last season. The RAL LMG is coming to the game, although it's not going to be until next season. A lot of you have likely seen that it is expected that we're going to get another AK-117 Mythic skin, although it's not necessarily guaranteed yet. It's going to be modeled after the AK-117 Lava from COD Online, which I believe actually had a lot of inspiration for the Kilo Mythic, so once again, not guaranteed that it's coming. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about the Kilo Mythic being the inspiration. You kind of have the gears on the inside that light up and turn in a similar manner. Confirmation that Alias is going to be the 5th Mythic character coming to the game. I am going to go ahead and do a quick breakdown on all the buffs and nerfs, because a lot of people are going to be asking about it. First off, BP50 not getting any nerf in multiplayer. It's getting a nerf in Battle Royale that I think would actually be sufficient for multiplayer, but for some reason, multiplayer is not getting it, so the BP50 is going to be meta once again. Type 63 got a buff, reduced the camera shake while firing in ADS mode. I don't know if they fixed like the broken recoil on it, but hopefully they did that as well. Lag 53, marksman barrel, movement speed debuff reduced, and 30 round mag movement speed debuff reduced as well, so that'll be nice. Once again, not going to make the LAG 53 good, but probably a little bit more usable. ISO's getting a buff to the FSS Nightshade barrel. Damage range from 10% to 30%? That's kind of insane. Horizontal recoil reduction is bigger, and the bullet speed buff is bigger. Yo, that's going to be an insane attachment. Then we got the HSO 405 damage increase to 26-19-11 to 26-25-11. I'm assuming this is going to apply in Battle Royale as well. And then they reduce the damage range by 1 meter, but that feels very, very strong. A 6 damage buff in the second range, you're only reducing the range of it by 1 meter? That's kind of insane. By 15, increased reload speed, and slug rounds increased damage range increase. So slug rounds were already really good on the by 15. Now it's going to be even better because you're going to be able to one-tap further. Holger got a bullet spread accuracy buff by about 3 for the base bullet spread accuracy, which is honestly pretty good. Magazine size increased from 100 to 110. That is the most random buff I have ever seen. Bruin MK9, lower torso multiplier from 1 to 1.9. I felt like the Bruin was already halfway decent, so that might be interesting to try. And then they buffed the BSA on the PKM, which is already one of the best LMGs in the game. And then we got a buff to the UL-736, which is also one of the best LMGs in the game. Bullet spread accuracy and strafe speed. So the UL may very well move into the top 10 with that. We'll have to test out a little bit and see. Probably not top 10, but it's going to feel really, really accurate. Optimize bolt charge controls and collision logic. Not sure what that's going to mean. Shadow Blade activation energy reduced. Molotov cocktail. Burn radius reduced. You know what? That's the first actual good change I've seen so far in the patch notes, so we'll take it. Combat axe, now you'll hold 2 instead of 1. That's actually a W. Death machine damage reduction increase from 10% to 25%. Is that going to be like the damage reduction that you have with the equalizers? I don't even think I realized that was a thing. Misdirection points gained from enemy kills decrease from 225 to 125. I didn't know you got that much of a buff. And then they're nerfing the flame knot. Maximum duration reduced from 180 seconds to 40 seconds. Yeah, that was probably necessary. It was at 180 seconds before. I didn't even know it had a maximum duration because it ticked down so slowly. The cost to get it also went from 900 to 1,000 and adjusted UI during continuous healing. I don't think any of those are bad because it was really, really good. Maybe increase the movement speed on it, but I think that it was probably a little bit too strong for the cost. We got a full-on anniversary update video from the China devs. Apparently, you can actually shoot chickens in the new Cry map or whatever. I don't know if this is going to contain anything, like, super new. Apparently, in the campaign mode, there's a robot that follows you around. I believe this is just some additional early looks at the... Ooh, new execution! W! All right, so a little backwards elbow. I believe that's like a tactical... that you throw and it puts out Molotovs and thermites and that type of stuff. I'm not sure what the rest of this is, but yeah, that's the thing that I talked about that like follows you around. And also apparently there's trains that move around the map as well. Like I said, tactical that extinguishes fire from a Molotov. Interesting. Another look at the elbow strike free execution, or at least what we presume will be a free execution. And then for those of you who didn't know, the Uzi is getting a Mythic in the upcoming season. This is our first ever look at the Mythic Uzi. And it definitely has a very different feel from any of the other Mythics that we've had before. Definitely feels less, I don't know. I feel like all the Mythics we've had previously have had a very specific vibe. What the freak is this inspect animation? Can it transform into different things? Wait, that was actually kind of crazy. Does this have like different forms that it can take within the game? That's actually kind of wild. I actually kind of love that. We also have a Zodiac series of legendaries, or at least what I assume will be legendaries come to the season. So we've got a Groza, Switchblade, RPD, Prize Fighters. Prize Fighters legendary would be kind of crazy. SVD and XPR. I'm trying to figure out. So it looks like this is probably going to be the Prize Fighters legendary. The XPR is being covered by my face right now. You can see it right there. And then the rest of the guns, Switchblade, RPD, Groza, SVD. RPD is getting a buff. That's probably part of the reason why. Season 10 mini campaign teaser image. Like I said, that little robot apparently follows you around throughout the entirety of the mini campaign. And then I guess we actually have another free execution that's coming to the game. This looks way faster. I don't know if they only got like a small clip of the execution, but if that's the full execution, that is way faster than any of the other ones, which would be a big advantage because they're all super, super slow. Apparently, the Uzi will be renamed the USS 9. Once again, we don't always have rights for the official names for a lot of these guns, so that's why some of them do end up getting changed. Apparently, Lycoris Recoil Collab is coming to CODM, but only not for global. Okay, Okay. So apparently Mythic Spectre is returning in the update and getting a whole new execution. And that honestly might be the best execution of any character I've ever seen. It's not going to take like super, super long. I guess it is lengthy enough. I feel like that's by far the best one that we've had so far. Mythic Peacekeeper is undergoing a rework and will feature a new digital iron sight. Okay, that's actually a W for anybody that bought the Mythic Peacekeeper the first time. I would assume that's going to come along with a overhaul for the skin as well. Sorry, not an overhaul, a re-release of the Mythic. And then apparently these are all the free blueprints that are coming in the update, so it looks like kind of a similar red and black theme with everything that's happening. Honestly, none of these really blow me out of the water, but if they've got unique irons, that I'm all for it. You can't really tell, it feels like, from just looking at it. But that Kilo, I feel like, has a nice look right there. M4, there's definitely geometric changes on all of the, like, the lower ones right here, so sure, BR fans will be happy with a AK-117, especially if it does have unique irons. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Then Elite Gamers sent me some Mythic Uzi gameplay as well. I don't know if this is going to show anything more than what we had in the other one, but I guess a little bit closer look as it rotates in-game right there, and another look at the execution. Once again, this is definitely, like, I feel like the most unique Mythic that we've ever had. I'm looking forward to trying this out because we don't really get any type of like major variation like that. It would be really cool if it could take on different forms, especially super different variations in game, like multiple variations. I think that would probably be best case scenario, but once again, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Looks really, really good though.